Bill Burt here at Media Day with Steve Mariucci, former coach, head coach in the NFL, and now with the NFL Network. I do say, Steve, your hair is not grayed as much as it did previously. You look pretty good right now.
Thanks. I don't know how to take that.
You look
not as much. I haven't been booed in 6 years that I know of, and so yeah. Except for guys like Sapp, they drive me a little nuts sometimes. But I love working with the NFL Network. These guys are crazy.
Steve, I will say the fans of New England, and this goes back to we're at the Eagle Tribune, a newspaper just north of Boston. They probably owe you a lot of thanks. You're the guy that didn't draft Tom Brady.
Hey, you better be thanking all of the coaches in the National Football League because nobody drafted Tom Brady.
You're right.
For 6 rounds.
You're right. He did grow up, though, not far from where you are, but that's a whole other point.
You had to bring that up, huh? I wish I would have.
Hey, you've talked a lot about Brady today, and not only people not getting it right then, but he's really getting better. It's weird to say in your mid-30s getting better. He's getting better.
He's getting better, and that's what you want. When you draft a guy, whether it's the first pick in the draft, whether it's a 6th round like Tom, or a free agent like Kurt Warner, you want him to improve every year. Mm-hmm. And Tom has done that. You say, well, how do you improve? He's won 3 Super Bowls already, but he now is carrying this football team. He is going through all this transition with personnel, changes on both sides of the ball, mm-hmm. and he's become the fearless leader of this team without any doubt. And I've said it before, he's still a kid. He has a lot of football left in him. So where does he go with his career resume of Super Bowls and playoff wins? And if he one more win, he's gonna break Joe Montana's record of 16 playoff wins. Can you imagine that? Kid from Sarah High School in the Bay Area, and what a story! And he is in his prime of his career right now. He really is. He's healthy. He's confident. He's as good as he's ever been, maybe better.
Has a few young players around him too. Still,
I know it. They're just getting
mm-hmm.
started. And there's a young defense, these young tight ends. Are you kidding me? This is a good young team. They're not going away for any time soon.
I don't want to say the Patriots are not favored because technically they are, but there's a feeling that the Giants the Giants are the team to beat here. But the Patriots won 10 in a row. Yeah. The Giants went 9-7. You could make arguments.
At one point they're 7-7.
7-7.
And everybody's writing them off and talking about their coach being on the hot seat.
And the quarterback maybe not being
not elite and and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've sure turn that around quickly because I guess they're the hot team. Why? Mm-hmm. Because they went into Lambeau and they beat the Packers, the unbeatable Packers, mm-hmm. right? And they go to San Francisco. They become that road team again to win games a little bit like they did the last time they won the Super Bowl when the Patriots were undefeated.
What do you like about this Patriots team in a sentence or two?
Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Is that 2 sentences?
That's quicker. That's
They seem to have a culture there that is a winning culture, a confident culture, and it doesn't matter who the moving parts are as long as it's Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Okay, those are the 3 constants of this dynasty. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of new coaches, a lot of new front office people, mm-hmm. a lot of new player personnel, and they seem to fall in line in this culture of winning. And there's a certain excellence that is from year to year, regardless of it's Randy Moss or if it's Richard Seymour or if it's Bruschi or if it's Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. It doesn't matter as long as those 3 are in place. It's really fascinating. And then you get these kids like Julian Edelman who show up and contribute in every area. Mm-hmm. He's doing everything. It's like, how in the world? I've never done that before as a coach. I guess I would be a nervous Ned to do that. But Bill seems to play guys both ways. Tom Brady punts last week. I'm like, wow, this is good stuff.
More importantly, I saw you showed me a membership card, and it has ties to the Merrimack Valley area because the world headquarters for bocce, believe it or not, is Methuen, Massachusetts.
Wait a minute. Who named it that?
Well,
I thought it was the Bay Area.
No, the Bay Area, they have a lot of players and some decent ones I've heard.
Players.
But
Bocce Federation, yeah, that's it.
Mario Pagnoni. I don't have.
Mario, is he coming to the Super Bowl?
Mario is not coming. I do talk to Mario a lot, and this guy pushes bocce.
You better have his book, The Joy of Bocce.
I have 2 of them. You said you had 3. Yeah, there are 3.
3 editions, yeah, and I have them all.
You bocce, you'll love them.
John Madden and I have the Madden Mariucci Battle of the Bay, and we raised we've raised over $4 million and for charities in the Bay Area. But we have all of the pro teams come from the Bay Area, right? The Giants and the A's and the 49ers and the Raiders and the Warriors and the Sharks are all there with their teams and their alumni, and then of course businesses play, and we do it at 14 years now. 13 years, and it's a lot of fun. John Madden's not very good. He thinks he is, but he's not very good. And we're going to probably win it again this year. But the trick is to recruit some really good players.
It's early in the week. Can you make a pick in the game?
No. I got to save
Obligated?
that for game day morning. That's when you tune in when we're on an 8-hour pregame show. Then I'll give
Why don't
you
they
my
make it
pick.
10? I don't think 8's enough.
We got to show up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We're going to talk about one game for 8.5 hours. But there's a lot to talk about. But you know what I want to do? I always like to look at it's rather than just picking a game early in the week because I like their colors or I know their guy or look at the injury report. You think it'd be a factor if the Gronk plays or not? Yeah. So I like to see who's playing, who the matchups are, who's healthy, that sort of thing. And by and large, I think most teams, or both of these teams, will have most of their players ready to go. You suck it up for the big one, don't you?
Steve Mariucci, Bill Burt, thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
Good to see you. Have a good week.
Thank you.